Hello, I am Pagetohs, clan leader of Clan Educate, bringing you further games from our tournament that is currently taking place. Let's jump into the next game we have for you here. So we have for you the second round of the best of three with Golvin as our green Zerg in the top right here on Neoplanet S, and L at the bottom left as our red Terran. In the previous game we saw Golvin take the series up to a 1-0 lead using a Nidus play in the back of L's main, using Zerglings to distract at the front door. Now, with Neoplanet S, it is a lot smaller than Belshire Vestige, the map they played previously, so Nidus Worm's not necessarily needed here due to the lack of running distance between the bases. Now, L, of course, deciding to go for the typical Terran Warlock up at his main, not overstretching himself and taking to his expansion just yet, just sitting at home, nice, calm and safe standard play. Golvin, our Nidus networking nuisance here, also continuing just to pump out drones. He's not going for any early spawning pool again, he's just going to build up his macro back at home, nice and steady. He's sending out his drone as a scout, and he also has the Overlord, which we saw last time. He sent out Overlords and they took up places to watch for any pushes out. So Overlord's not really there for scouting the base, but for keeping an eye on what his opponent is doing. A scout has come out for L as well. Refinery down a lot earlier than last time, in fact before his barracks this time, so L looking for some early Reaper harass maybe to punish Golvin for his slow pool, or maybe just some nice heavy tech play. We'll see. The first barracks is down, and here we have the SCV making it. Seeing a drone come out, probably knows that an expansion is coming. He pops into the base, he sees no refineries, he sees no pool, because there is nothing to see other than drones and creep and lava. Back here, the drone has had a scout around, and if we just swap over to Golvin's view there, he has not seen... Sorry, wrong one there again. He has not actually seen the refinery down for L, so he does not have any idea the gas is coming in. The spawning pool has now gone down as the last piece of wall goes up for L. Spawning pool and an extractor, so Golvin quite likely going for his speed research. Again, a couple of Lings will pop out and do a bit of harass when they are able to. Barracks has just finished up for L here, and what are we going to see from his production? It's going straight for a factory. Not going for the Reapers, using that gas merely to tech up straight away. Interesting plays hopefully will come out of this, whether it be heavy mine defense or just a mech push going into with firebats or some firebat drops. The expand for Golvin is going to finish up here soon, and he will start to take even more. As last time, he will take the expand for an early economy lead. Worker supplies currently favouring L here, but that won't last long now that this other hatchery is up for Golvin. 2 queens and 6 lings in production. Larvae injects will be coming down. The SCV is still wandering around the base watching for what's happening. He has seen the completion of the pool, so L should know that an attack will be coming in soon. 2 marines at home, a widow mine in production, and also the starport is under construction. So L going for a 1-1-1 build here, straight up to starport. There's the Ling speed research down as the Lings pop back at home for Golvin. He's taken out that pesky SCV, denying any further scouting for L. L will know that these Zerglings are coming, but what will he do to prepare for it? Currently, Widowmine just sitting at the back of the base, unburrowed, nowhere near. Maybe he wants to keep it hidden for the time being. Whether that's actually happened or not with this Overlord sitting here, though, I don't know. Medivac also in production. Marines coming out at a, I would say constant, but let's be honest, not a constant rate. Mules down. Medivac coming in. Another Widowmine coming in. The first Widowmine will have moved into the range of this Overlord, and here are the Zerglings at the front door, going to start beating away the supply depot. L slow to react, but does send in his Marines and Widowmines, but they fall back before they take too much damage whatsoever. More Overlords are coming in, so Golvin again taking early map control, making sure nothing is going to surprise him here. SCV will patch up that little bit of damage on the wall, and here we have a Medivac has been loaded up with the 2 Widow Mines and 4 Marines, so L is going for a nice little drop, which we didn't see him get a chance to pull off last time. I believe the Overlord has spotted it, and these Lings are going to run home to defend it. We have Queens here for the anti-air on the Medivac. Let's see if he can push through. Another barracks is on production at home, so L not forgetting to watch his macro, which is good. So here he is. The Queens will see it and start. The afterburner goes down. Spore Cannon doing damage. He has made it past, but those speedlings are going to follow. Another Spore Cannon takes down for anything can drop other than those two Widow Mines, which have managed to burrow. And there goes the boom. And Marines guts, sorry, Zergling guts are everywhere. But that Spore will give them the sight they need to deal with that. Not a lot gained there for L. He made a bold decision. Unfortunately, the overlords saw that this was coming, and this gave Golvin the knowledge he needed to defend. Now, more lings are in production. A command center for L is also going down, so he's not forgetting to expand. Tech lab and reactor lab coming down, as the tech lab being on the barracks and the reactor being on the factory, so it could be some more heavy mine play. Third barracks is in production. First barracks is just constantly putting out a couple of Marines. Nothing overly special. Stim research has begun. For Golvin, a couple of lings out, plenty of drones. Just the first just the one extract taken, but not proceeding to take any gas at all. After he got his 100 gas for speedlings, he's up. The second and is going down. Just as I start talking about it, he does it. So he is looking to take some gas, probably going into roaches again for some heavier meteor units. More Zerglings popping and just rallying just outside the base. A third base is now being taken by Golvin, making sure he doesn't fall behind on economy and keeps a nice lead. Now supplies are a huge difference here on the workers. 53 workers versus 24. These Zerglings are going to run in. Mine just burrows in time, gets off a shot, dealing with the first wave. Marines are surrounded, taking damage, and they're dropped quite easily. Many of not able to do much. SCV hides in the bunker. All that L has now is that one mine. Cooldown is going to keep those lings alive as they come back to destroy the defensive structure of the barracks, of the bunker. And down it goes to that SCV, exploding to pieces. More Widow Mines burrowing up on the high ground, expecting the lings to come in to deal with the wall, but currently they're not going to. They're going to sit there for a bit as Golvin tries to piece out the situation. Medivac moving back, a couple of Marines behind the wall. The command center, fully expanded, is converting itself into an orbital command, ready for when he can take it. Back here, the third base has finished up, and he's birthing another queen, making sure he's constantly got lava iron jacks and can spread that creep. Although we're not seeing much creep spread at the moment. It is beginning back at base, but not a lot. Those lings still just sitting outside. Marines are going to come up to deal with this, which they will do relatively well. I don't think there were any Marines lost there, but the Zergling threat has been dealt with. He would have been better to pull back and have those Widow Mines pull off a few shots, though. But L not wanting to show his hand too early on in the game. Another bunker is going down for L. He is yet to move this orbital command into position, though. Another barracks also, so we are looking at heavy Marine play, heavy infantry play again. The two evolution chambers, standard of Zerg play going into later games, are coming down. The upgrades will start flying in for Golvin here. A scan comes down, but on the expand, and it's not going to give a lot of information, because there's not a lot of information to be gleaned off Golvin at this point, except the fact that there are now 40 lings in production. Level 1 carapace and missile research is down, but there is no Hydralisk dead. Infestation bit has gone down, so possibly swarm hosts coming into this, but these 40 lings are about to pop, and by the looks of it, they are rallied over to L's base, and yes, they are streaming through. With one Widow Mine in place, these two still up on the high ground, not going to be able to help at all at this range. Supply depot coming down to try to start to build off a wall. The barracks is filled with Marines, but with 40 lings, unless that mine gets off a miracle shot, this is going to hurt. It does look, yep, 5 swarm hosts in production for Golvin. Here it comes. Not gonna let it. Mine did not get any shot off whatsoever, actually, at that point. I'm sorry, I was a little confused by that. These two mines have moved down, and L is going to continue to build his little wall, forcing the lings to tunnel through. More swarm hosts coming in, so it looks like we're going to be sieging up outside of L's base. Research is going down, level 1 armor and level 1 weapons for the infantry. Combat shield finishing up soon. More medivacs pumping out, along with some marines, a lot of marines, in order to keep this infantry army alive. But scan goes down, trying to suss it out where Golvin is. He will see a few of these links, and so he should know they are piled up over here. Carapace and missile damage just finishing. There's a random ping from an observer there. I'm not sure what that's actually aiming towards, but I don't see anything going on there. So both armies just massing up. One marine is going to poke out and take a look and get swarmed by these lings. So L does know they're there. Unfortunately, if he'd waited a few seconds later, he would have seen this stream of swarm hosts moving towards his base. He's still just sitting at home. Swarm hosts are going to come in and burrow here, and out pop the locusts, who are going to charge forward. 3 units coming in. L moving back out of fear, but he's got to do the damage here. The bunker going down very quickly. Remembering at all time the locusts are 3 units, and the loss of them means nothing to Golvin at this point. But every kill they get is again an income. The lings to swarm around the infantry army. A lot of lings dying left, right and centre, acid dropping, but in the end the Zerka has won that battle. The 2 mines popping out shots and blowing up the remaining lings. A few have managed to survive. More marines on the high ground, focusing down the lings and now shooting at the locusts as well. But there's no point. You have to deal with the swarm host. He needs to get a siege tank or something up here, a scan on them, and see an overseer comes in. The expand is forced to move away due to this heavy swarm host pressure, and Golvin quite happy to just pack him into his one little base. Behind it, 54 lings in production, so it could a roach hydralisk den, sorry, just finishing up. So by the looks of it, this is just going to be swarm hosts and lings might take this game. L is trapped in his base with not a lot. 5,000 minerals floating for Golvin. If he loses this army, it's no biggie. 164 supply versus 60 supply. I believe Golvin is going to have to take this series 2-0. Because I do not see a miracle comeback coming from this. The economy is shot, the supply is shot, and outside is just a siege of locusts and swarm hosts barreling on the front door constantly, eating up those widow mine shots for no cost whatsoever. In fact, the widow mines will go down due to the overseer, now giving Golvin even more free reign to go up that front door, and in come the locusts, just gonna start battering down. And there go the shots, they're going on the walls. Down goes one supply depot, down goes another one, leaving an opening. Fresh locusts are now popping out. I believe Golvin is going to wait for these to move up the ramp before sending his lings, sending in his 3 units. Supply blocked now. L cannot build anything or do anything. He's only a handful of marines and 2 hellbats. His barracks going to go down. Swarm host moving up closer, allowing their locusts more free reign into the main base of L. Research still going down. Golvin not accepting that he's won until he has won. Smart player, smart decision, never assume you've won. There's the GG, he has won and will take this series 2-0 versus L. Golvin will advance to round 2, where he will be facing either Afonquera or a challenger in round 2, depending on who wins their first round. L is now dropped down to the losers bracket, so still has a chance to come back in this series to face off Golvin at the finals if that's what happens. So he's not out yet. Do not count L out yet. He's played Golvin. He now knows what he's like. He's had a taste of defeat from him, and I'm sure he'll be bitter for it and will want his revenge. Please join us for future games. This is still round 1, and there is a prize.